that I saw on Instagram and totally forgot. And some dude named like Edward, something like that. Because no joke, according to Reddit, Cedric Dumas pulled out of the fight because he couldn't get his fucking ankle monitor removed in time, which is pretty hilarious. I was curious why he was on this card in the first place. The dude has like 12 fucking bending cases. And yeah, he barely couldn't get that fucking ankle monitor off in time. So not able to make the fight. I did like 2 seconds of research, I'm gonna be honest. But the McVeigh guy kinda had that dad bod build, which can't be unassuming, you know, look at Beneil Dariush, man, look at Beneil Dariush. But he didn't have that like strong dad bod build. He had that like Irish dad bod build where it's like, oh, alright, you might not be too explosive. And speaking of explosive, he's a middleweight, right? He's a fairly big guy, but I was watching this fight in the LFA. This dude was moving like molasses, bro. He was moving so fucking slow. And his opponent, he looked alright. He was fighting in like Mexican combat or whatever it's called. And he had a good scrap. You know, he was digging deep, stuffing takedowns, landing good shots on the feet. Did not look like the strongest fighter in the world, not the most technical or anything, but he did look better than Jason McVeigh, who looked just so fucking slow. I guess he has a good submission game, from what I can tell, but I'm gonna go with Ed Watt, or whatever his fucking name is. This is insane, by the way, that this is opening the card for 317. What's supposed to be one of the biggest cards of the year, fucking International Fight Week. In this, like, I gotta research both these fuckers, because neither of them are making their debut, or neither of them have been in the UFC. They're both making their debut. I get there's a cancellation, but this shit wasn't even on the card a fucking week ago. Like, oh my god, bro. There's gonna be a lot of me complaining about this card, to be honest. But next up we got Renato Diniz, speaking of fucking people make their debut, versus Alvin Hines. I checked this Alvin guy out. Holy fuck. I think he'll get popped for steroids if they test him at all, which I don't even know if the UFC does anymore. But yeah, this dude is slow as fuck. I mean, he's huge. You know, he's jacked. And he's very powerful. I'm sure he has good wrestling, which could, you know, fare well for him against Diniz, who's pretty much solely a kickboxer. But god, this guy was, like I said, the last dude was moving like molasses. This guy was moving like tar. You know what I'm saying? This guy was moving like he was fucking underwater, bro. It was insane. He's got that like Russian meme fight bodybuilder kind of type build where he's huge and strong and powerful, but zero explosivity. Just straight slow twitch muscle fibers. Fucking, I mean, if he lands on you, you're cooked. He landed a pretty nasty head kick knockout, and you could just see how heavy that shit was. But he's so fucking slow. I'm going Diniz all day. I think Diniz is actually pretty good. Yeah, grappling pretty trash, but the dude's got very legit kickboxing, and I think he smokes this guy on the feet all day. Cause yeah, he's just so fucking incredibly slow. So I'm gonna go Diniz by knockout. Go first round knockout. Next up, Jacoby Smith versus Nico Price. Come on, bro. Like, what the fuck is this, bro? We want fun, exciting, competitive matchups. Which, who knows? I mean, Cody Brundage, excuse me, was fucking fraud checking pretty much the other jacked, athletic, powerful black dude. You know, so who's to say it can't happen with Nico Price? But Jacoby Smith's pretty good. I watched this Contender Series fight, and he had this nasty fucking little maneuver where he just basically fucking threw his hips in the air and launched his own legs onto this dude's knees when he was kind of like behind him in like a body lock position. Kind of like a fireman's, not a fireman's carry, what's it called? Like all fours in wrestling. I forget what it's called in wrestling, but yeah, he was like on all fours. Fucking swung his hips up and then boom, just slammed straight to the side of his knee, fucked his shit up. And yeah, this dude has very good grappling. He's a really good wrestler. Nico Price, I mean, he's got tricky jiu-jitsu, I guess. Kind of a creative guy. He could always catch something, but I think Nico Price is way past his prime. And yeah, I'm going Jacoby Smith. Fucking round 2 submission. Such a dumb fight. Like, why are they setting him up with fucking Nico Price? Come on, man. Next up, Viviane Araújo. Which, by the way, that's how we're capping off the early prelims, is Nico Price. Viviane Araújo versus Tracy Cortez. I honestly keep forgetting this fight is on this card. But I'm gonna go Araújo. I don't think Cortez is bad, for sure, but I just don't think she has much power. Like, I've never really seen her drop or rock or hurt any of her opponents. It always seems like she's just kind of winning decisions. But Araújo, I think, is very good. She's been around for a while. She's kind of getting up there in age, but I used to think of her kind of like Talia Santos as like one of these female fighters that are Brazilian and strong and can actually crack and have good grappling. I'm like, oh, she's going to be a problem. She's going to be a problem, man, for the division. So, yeah, I think she has the ability to hurt people, so I'm going to go Viviane Araújo. By decision, for sure. Next up, Haider Emil versus Jose Delgado. Again, this shit was not on the card a week ago. I'm going Haider Emil all day. Jose Delgado has one win in the UFC, and it's against Connor Matthews, who should not be in the UFC at all. So, yeah, he doesn't seem very big, and Haider Emil really impressed me, especially with his William Gomis fight. Gomis is the definition of a tricky customer. Very kind of technical, on the feet, like bitter batter, boring ass fight kind of guy. And Haider just ran at him, and like he was kind of getting clipped. I low-key thought he lost, but he just chatted his way through the shots and backed up William Gomis, which is hard to do. And yeah, I didn't think he'd win that fight, to be honest. I thought he'd get pieced up, and he kind of did, but he still won. And he had that dog in him. This dude is the definition of a blockhead. I think he's the biggest blockhead in the UFC, honestly. And he fights like the biggest blockhead in the UFC. Fucking absolute Chad. I think it'll be a fun fight. I see why the UFC put it on the card. But why is he fighting Jose Delgado? This guy beat Connor Matthews. And that's it. Haider's been on like a nice win streak in the UFC. Like beating good guys. So the matchmaking doesn't make sense to me, but I'm going Haider by second round TKO all day. Next up, we got the final fight of the prelims. Final fight, featured fight of the prelims on UFC International Fight Week. Charles Oliveira versus Ilya fucking Topuria, who's like the biggest star in the UFC right now. Besides that, he is the biggest star in the UFC right now. Topping off the prelims, heading into the main card, we got Jack Hermanson versus Gregory Rodriguez. Bro, come on. Like, this is a fine fight. It's kind of interesting, kind of just like a weird matchup. Jack Hermanson, again, another tricky customer. Could totally see him jabbing and low kicking Gregory Rodriguez to a decision. And I could also totally see Gregory fucking starching Jack Hermanson or subbing him real quick. But why is this the fucking best fight they could have on the prelims? Like, besides, I don't know if Denise is, ranked or not, because it's heavyweight, and if you have more than like 2 wins, you get ranked, but, and I guess, yeah, Araújo and Cortez is, but as far as male fights go, like, this is the only ranked fight in the whole fucking prelims on UFC International Fight Week. Is Jack Hermanson versus fucking Gregory Rodriguez. I'm going Gregory. Hermanson could fucking outpoint him, do what he did to Salty Joe Biver. Could totally see that happening, but you gotta go Gregory. He's fucking gonna be twice his size. The dude's insanely huge for 185. Great power, good jiu-jitsu. Not the greatest gas tank, but Jack Hermanson doesn't really put a pace on anyone. And yeah, I don't see Jack taking this guy down and being dominant in the grappling, and on the feet, I can see him being tricky. But oh, fucking mosquito, bro. I'm wearing this whole ass, whatchamacallit, fucking windbreaker, because of these goddamn mosquitoes, and full on fucking pants to defend myself from these goddamn mosquitoes sweating my ass off. It's like 90 degrees, and they're still fucking getting me in the hand, bro. Goddamn. Bane of my existence, bro. Leave a comment if you hate mosquitoes. Fucking engagement farming. Yeah, I'm going Gregory Rodriguez. I'll go by decision. I think Jack's a tricky guy. It's going to be hard to get him out of there. I think he wins a dominant decision, maybe drops him a couple times, but is too afraid to like blow his load and get tired. No homo. So yeah, got Gregory by decision. Moving on to the main card, we got Peyton Talbot versus Felipe Lima. Let's go. Another late addition to the card, but I'm so hyped it got added. The UFC kind of cooked with this one. I don't know if that's going to be the most entertaining fight in the world. It might be, it might not be. But I really like this matchmaking. UFC's not fucking around with Peyton. They saw what happened with Sean O'Malley and Merab, and they're like, bro, if you don't fucking learn how to wrestle, we're going to keep giving you killers that are good grapplers until you do. And I like that. I'm tired of these fucking prospects getting, Thomas Almeida and Eddie Wineland and shit over and over until they get to like a top 5 guy. Like, that's bullshit. Have them fight other prospects. Those are exciting fights to see 2 prospects go at it. Like Ian Gare and Shafkat. Wasn't a great fight in hindsight, but like that matchup is interesting, So I like that they're giving him another really good prospect. And this is a tough one for him, man. Barcelo's kind of exposed his wrestling. One of the guys Peyton fought in the UFC, like Nick Fior or something. Forgot his name, but he was a small guy, pretty trash fighter, but he was able to take Peyton down a couple times. So, like the signs have been there that Peyton's wrestling isn't all that, but still it's not bad. He had that sick ass lat drop on Howdy Barcelos. He's got that wonderful kinetic energy, ground up striking. And yeah, bro, he's probably my favorite prospect right now. I don't think he'll be champ or anything, but very interesting guy. Great YouTube channel. And, yeah, just fucking very entertaining fighter as well. Like, his style is so fun to watch. But yeah, this is a tough fucking matchup. Lima, he has solid striking. Like, he's very well-rounded, good overall fighter. I do think he's top 15 level. I don't know if he's top 10, but I do think he's like Gene Matsumoto kind of level, Great jiu-jitsu, solid wrestling, very fast, explosive guy. Like I said, very well-rounded. And yeah, I think he's gonna see how Peyton lost his last fight and just fucking grapple. Like, this guy's smart. He's training with Hamzat in Sweden and shit. He's on a crazy win streak, which I don't think really means that much, to be honest. But yeah, he's fast. And I think he's definitely gonna wrestle here, try to get the sub. I really haven't seen much from Peyton's jiu-jitsu defense. We know that his wrestling defense isn't the greatest in the world, but I don't really know how good his submission defense is. So if Felipe wins, I do see it being by sub. I think Peyton does have the advantage on the feet, honestly, but he's not the kind of guy that's gonna stand there or be super open like Cameron Simon and get fucking beast up with a 4-piece combo by Peyton Talbot. So I think it'll be a very tough fight for him. I see this one going to decision for sure, unless Peyton gets subbed. Yeah, I hate to do it. I'm rooting for Talbot. I hope he wins, but I'm gonna go Lima by decision. But I hope he proves us wrong, bro. His ass better have his fucking jiggly ass hair, dude. He lost his powers when he cut that shit, I'm telling you. Next up, we got Beneil Dariush versus, I and Naoto Moicano. I also low-key forgot this is on the card. This is a good fight. I'm pretty excited for this one. Really tough. I think on the feet, Beneil definitely still has the advantage. You know, it's sad to see how my boy Beneil has fallen. He was on a crazy win streak at one point. Fucked up Mateus Cameron. And then, yeah, the past couple just not been looking good, but it's been against elite competition. Charles Oliveira, Arman Sarukian, like, these are really good guys, you know. So I don't think he's washed, even though he's old. He's kind of always been old, you know. And yeah, I think Renato Moicano, again, is a very improved fighter. I think he's a lot better than he used to be, especially on the feet. It's a tough one, because, you know, Moicano's not no spring chicken either. He's like fucking 36. And yeah, on the feet, I do want to favor Beneil Dariush. I could see him catching Moicano with one of those overhands that he likes to spam. Yeah, it's a tough fight to predict. I think I'm going to go Beneil because his grappling is so good, especially his defensive grappling. We saw in the Gamrot fight, his scrambling ability is insane. Like, he was out-scrambling Gamrot. That shit's nuts. That's literally Gamrot's entire game plan. Every fight is to scramble and spam single legs. And he was defending that shit and rolling with it, like, doing so well. So I really don't see him getting controlled on the ground by Moicano. I don't see him having much, like, success offensively grappling against Moicano either. I think they're going to kind of nullify each other. This fight's going to play out on the feet, and I think Beneil just kind of has that power advantage to win this fight on the feet by decision. So that's my pick. Beneil Dariush. I'll go like 29-28 decision. Next up, Brandon Royval versus the boy Joshua Van. Great fight. You know, I did want to see Cobb versus Royval. I thought that would have been a great fight, but Cobb is so fucking hit or miss, man. Sometimes he's boring as shit. So I low-key kind of like this fight better, especially because it's a tricky fight for Van. And by the way, Van's doing it right. Like, he's the kind of prospect you love. Dude's fighting every couple months, just fighting as much as humanly possible and looking great every time. Like, that's the way to do it. That's how you speed run this shit. You don't fight twice a year and then wait and try to get a ranked guy and wait. Like, no. Fucking, you fight, bro. And this dude's hopping on every opportunity possible and really making the most of it. He's also a year older than me, which is crazy. Bought a small house. That's pretty cool. That being said, this is a very hard fight for him. I think Royval is elite. I've been a big fan of Royval for a while, since the Kaikar France fight. And yeah, this dude, nasty creativity, spinning elbows, spinning attacks, great kicks, good long punches. And yeah, another really good scrambler. Has like crazy scrambly jiu-jitsu. That's super fun to watch. He doesn't really shoot much. I could see him shooting on Van, to be honest. But I think he could totally beat Van on the feet. Van is just too small, man. Like, we saw it against Charles Johnson. Had a lot of trouble getting to Charles. And I think it's a very kind of similar matchup, you know. I guess he's a southpaw, so that kind of makes things different. But Royval's one of these super long, tall flyweights that's very fucking good on the feet, you know. So I really don't see how Van is gonna work. I mean, he could always catch Royval, but Royval's got a great chin. Like, his ability to recover really fast is awesome. I could see Van maybe hurting him to the body, or just out damaging Royval. Royval, you know, hitting like bitter batter shots, and Joshua Van just landing fucking bombs. But I think I'm gonna go Royval by decision, man. I think this is kind of a nightmare matchup for Van, honestly. Just the reach and the trickiness and the height differential. I think Royval's he's gonna skate by like split decision. Close fight, but I'll go Royval by decision. Next up, we got Alejandro Pantoja versus Kaikar France. This is a great fight. I also, I kind of forget that all these fights are on this card. I just think about the main event. But
I'm excited for this one. I think this is going to be a banger, dude. I think it's going to be such a fun fight. And I'm going Kai France. I know he's a big underdog. Pantoja's been looking extremely improved every time he gets in there. It is honestly really impressive. He's got like a Chad fighting style where he just kind of runs in and just throws these like shots, doesn't move his head, and then he'll get the clinch, land nasty knees, get his takedowns, and his back controls. I think the best in the UFC. Like, no one takes the back like Pantoja. It's honestly insane to see. Yeah, he's elite at that back take, bro. But here's the thing, right? Kai's been fighting these grapplers all the time. He fought this dude, blanking on his name, but he had Kai France's back for the entire round. I thought he was going to get subbed. I thought it was over. And then in like 30 seconds left, Kai France gets out, fucking drops this dude bad, knocks him out, and then starts running around the cage, and then almost knocks him out again because there's like some confusion because he was pissed that the fight got stopped, his opponent. The ref was kind of like confused, so he came back around and tried to knock him out again. It was just a mess, but all that to say, this dude is really good at defending these grapplers like Askar Askarov, Amir Albazi, and he's got fucking power on the feet. And Pantoja can't play that game. Like, he can do that with Moreno, where he can kind of waltz forward and throw his shots and like not worry about really getting hurt. But you can't do that. Like, his striking style, he's gonna have to like only grapple. Like, if he tries, I mean, he has like sharpened it up a lot as of recent, but he still kind of has that tendency to like just kind of run in with his head in the same spot. And if he tries doing that shit with Pantoja, he's getting rocked, bro. He might not get put out cold immediately, but he's getting fucking rocked like he did against Figgy. And I think it's going to be a similar performance. Like, maybe not quite as dominant as Figgy, but very similar performance, where I think Kai's going to be able to defend the takedowns. Maybe he'll have his back taken for a whole round, especially in the early rounds. But I think as the fight goes on, he's going to start finding that chin and rocking Pantoja. So I'm going Kai France by TKO in fucking round 4. Round 3 or round 4 TKO Kai France. I'm not ultra confident in this pick, but if there's any like big underdog that I think is going to win, it's Kai France. Like, I think this is a way better matchup for him than people realize. The only thing is that Pantoja has been improving a lot. Like, he's been getting better and better and better, and he's been looking like a fucking world beater. So, not going to be an easy fight, but I do have Kai France winning this one. And moving on to the main event of the evening, we got Charles du Bronx versus Ilia Topuria. Fucking good versus evil. Tattoo of the family versus tattoo of himself coming out of a lion. Yeah, this is a crazy matchup. I'm so sad that Islam fucking moved up. He totally ducked him, bro. He could have moved up whenever he wanted. But of course, once Ilya starts coming up, he's like, I'm out. I'm going to fight JDM. And you can't say, like, oh, people are going to say, oh, you only fought 45ers. Like, it's fucking Ilia Topuria, bro. Ilya's better than anyone at lightweight, I believe, that Islam would have fought otherwise. Like, oh, yeah, people are really going to respect if you defend your title against Justin Gaethje. But they're not going to give you your flowers if you beat fucking Ilia Topuria. Like, no one cares that he's a 45er. Y'all are all basically the same fucking weight anyways. Like, y'all are all 200 pounds. But yeah, unfortunate we're not seeing him against Islam. That's a super fight. I think that's the biggest fight the UFC could make. I think Arman deserves this shit way more than Charles. Arman beat Charles. It was a very close fight, but still, Arman beat him. And yet Charles beat Michael Chandler? Michael Chandler? Hello? 1 fight win streak against fucking Michael Chandler? Like, you might as well give Patty the shot, bro. It doesn't make sense, but it also does because it's a very fun fight. And I would be lying if I was saying that I'm not extremely excited for it. This is going to be a fucking sick-ass fight, dude. I'm just praying to God, to Jesus, that nothing happens. No injuries, no sickness, no fucking toe getting broken in the middle of the fight, no glass thrown in the octagon. Like, I don't know, I have a feeling something's gonna happen, bro, to prevent these guys from having a good fight. Because that's just how it seems, bro. UFC's been dog shit lately. Seems like there's some force fucking stopping these fights from being good. But talking about the matchup, it's a tough one, man. Like, you want to go Ilya. In my mind, when I play this fight, I just imagine Charles reaching for like a collar tie, and Ilya just seeing that collar tie coming, like ducking or slipping out of the way of it, and just landing a clean overhand right, clean on Oliveira's chin, dropping him, and then just finishing with ground and pound. And I think that's going to be my prediction, but in reality, like, this is a way closer fight than the odds will say, at least. Charles is very good at, like, managing range, like, putting that calm pressure on people where he, like, backs them up, makes them feel like they can't breathe, like he did against Chandler, but isn't, close enough to get clipped. And he's very disciplined with his hands, always got his hands up, which I like, but he doesn't move his head, bro. And he does not roll, which, like, I understand, because the dude you're fighting is, like, 5 inches shorter than you. It's kind of hard to roll when you got to get down that low, but you can't just fucking block with your hand Ilya Toporia's shots. That shit is like a fucking brick. Like, that's not working. Now, I do see Charles being able to throw that front kick. I see him landing that shit. I see him stomping his knee, for sure. Landing good low kicks. Like, I think the kicks and the knees are where Ilya... Oh, excuse me. What the fuck was that? Oh my god. Yeah, that's where Charles can win this, I think, is the knees. I don't know about the clinch. Like, I think it'll help him, but I think if he tries to clinch, like, you can't control Ilya's head. That motherfucker's built like a brick shit house. You're not gonna move that guy around and fucking Muay Thai plumb him. Like, he's I think if he tries to really clinch him, Ilya's gonna catch him. But I do believe that whatchamacallit, that the knees are gonna be the key to success here. I think flying knees, fucking just kind of crashing in with the knees, front kicks up the middle, thigh stomps, head kicks. I think head kicks will be really good for for Charles in this fight. And I could see him being dominant in the grappling. I don't think Charles has the best cardio necessarily, so I think putting on like a wrestling heavy game plan won't be the best idea for Charles. But I do think you have to make Ilya tired, and he's got to grapple him. I could see him low-key taking Ilya's back. Like, he's so much longer than him. It's going to be easy to get those hooks in, especially against the cage or something. Like, if he's able to... I don't even know how he'd really get to the body lock, especially when Ilya's going to be so much, like, shorter than him. But if he's able to somehow get to Ilya's back, I do think Ilya's going to be in trouble. Because Charles, he's another level on the mat, but he's also just so much longer. Like, his limbs are so much longer than Ilya's. I could see him taking the back and getting the sub, or at least getting a lot of control time. So I think using the kicks, staying on the outside, and then also trying to get some sort of jiu-jitsu happening is going to be Charles', key to success. But, dude, Ilya's just like, I mean, I was never like a big doubter. I thought he was pretty damn good, but I did not think he would knock out Volkanovski. And then I kind of had a feeling he might knock out Max Holloway, but it was still insane to see. Like, that's such a crazy win streak, knocking out Volkanovski and Holloway back-to-back. Shit's nuts. So, yeah, I believe in this guy, to be honest. I thought when he put his Instagram bio as UFC champion before he fought Volkanovski, I was like, oh, this guy's being cocky. Whatever. Like, I don't like this guy, but now the dude's got aura. Like, I hate to use that term, but he genuinely has maximum aura in the fucking UFC. And he's a monster, bro. Like, I think the stars are aligning for this guy, and I don't know what it's going to take to beat him. I guess in Islam, but He's the only guy that can really challenge Ilia Topuria at this point. So yeah, I hate to do it. I'll be rooting for Charles, honestly, just because he's the underdog, and I love Charles. He always fights like a Chad. I mean, so does Ilia, to be fair, but it would be cool to see Charles win the belt back. So I'll be rooting for him, but I'm going Ilia Topuria, round 3. Actually, I'll go round 2 again. Why not? Round 2, overhand right, TKO, right on the chin. And yeah, great main event, but holy fuck, we lost Coppola versus Costa, which is the only other like kind of good, exciting fight on this card. Like, holy fuck, this card is dog shit. Like, alright, as a pay-per-view, if you take away the main event, this shit is like a 4 out of 10. You know what I'm saying? Like 3.5, 4 out of 10. I guess he got paid in Talbot, but like, why is he on the main card of fucking International Fight Week when he just lost? Like, what? Why is Gregory Rodriguez and fucking Jack Hermanson headlining the prelims? And then below that, you got Hyder Emil and a guy with 1 fight in the UFC. And half these fights weren't even made until a fucking week ago. I was checking this shit, bro. I was checking the UFC website. Like, am I crazy? Is there really going to be 8 fights on this fucking card? And they just added this shit like a couple days ago. Like, what the fuck is the UFC doing? Abu Dhabi, fucking oil money. Those fuckers get a whole card stacked top to bottom. This shit was a week away and there was only 8 fights and only like 4 of them were good. Like, what the fuck? And this is International Fight Week. This is supposed to be like the premier card of the summer. And we got this bullshit, bro. We got fucking Nico Price. Like, what the fuck? I had to do way too much research for this card. I know it's only like 3 fighters or whatever, but if it's going to be one of the biggest cards of the year, and these guys aren't like hyped up prospects that have a lot of, name value behind them, why are there 3 guys making their UFC debut on fucking International Fight Week? This shit should be stacked, bro. I should be so hyped for this, but it's literally just the main event. And the co-main's pretty exciting too. Oh shit, I totally lost a fight, bro. Why did that not show up? Terrence McKinney versus Borshev. Fucking, I honestly don't know. I mean, I could see McKinney totally submitting this guy. Borshev has dog shit grappling. It has gotten a lot better as time's gone on, which is good to see, but I've seen it at its worst, and it was rough. And McKinney has really good jiu-jitsu and wrestling, so I could totally see McKinney taking him down, getting the sub. But McKinney also exposed himself on the feet a lot, and I could also see Borshev cracking him. But I'll go McKinney by sub. I think that's the most likely outcome to that one. I forgot we had that. And, like, that's a great fight. That's a solid... Like, I think it's placed right, the beginning of the prelims. But then after that is Araujo and Tracy Cortez. And then Hyder Emil and Jose Delgado. I know it'll be a fun fight. But it's International Fight Week. Give me some fucking ranked fighters, dude. Like, what are you talking about? What is this? What is this product, bro? And then it's like next week, fucking Lewis versus Teixeira. And it's a decent card. Cater versus Steve Garcia is a great fight. It'll probably be fun. And then we got 318, which doesn't even have a real title fight on it. And it's just as ass, bro. It's like the same level. Like, name value wise, besides Pantoja, it's about the same level as UFC 17, and this shit is supposed to be International Fight Week. What is happening to the UFC, dude? What the fuck is happening to this goddamn promotion, bro? I don't understand it. This shit is going in the shitter, dude. This is not I did not foresee this. I saw the UFC continuing its rise since COVID, but holy shit, it has fallen off. But fuck it, I'm still excited. I'm still gonna tune in. And I pray that this card is good, because goddamn do we need it more than ever. Holy fuck. So yeah, those are my picks and predictions. Thanks for watching. I don't even know if you can see me right now. But yeah, thanks for watching. Have a great night. Don't let the bedbugs bite. Peace. Oh my god. lost. Kopylov versus Costa, which is the only other like kind of good, exciting fight on this card. Like, holy fuck, this card is dog shit. Like, alright, as a pay-per-view, if you take away the main event, this shit is like a 4 out of 10. You know what I'm saying? Like 3.5, 4 out of 10. I guess he got paid in Talbot, but like, why is he on the main card of fucking International Fight Week when he just lost? Like, what? Why is Gregory Rodriguez and fucking Jack Hermanson headlining the prelims? And below that, you got Hyder Emil and a guy with 1 fight in the UFC. And half these fights weren't even made until a fucking week ago. I was checking this shit, bro. I was checking the UFC website. Like, am I crazy? Is there really gonna be 8 fights on this fucking card? And they just added this shit like a couple days ago. Like, what the fuck is the UFC doing? Abu Dhabi, fucking oil money. Those fuckers get a whole card stacked top to bottom. This shit was a week away and there's only 8 fights and only like 4 of them were good. Like, what the fuck? And this is International Fight Week. It's supposed to be like the premier card of the summer. And we got this bullshit. We got fucking Nico Price. And like, what the fuck? I had to do way too much research for this card. I know it's only like 3 fighters or whatever, but if it's going to be one of the biggest cards of the year, and these guys are like hyped up prospects that have a lot of name value behind them, why are there 3 guys making a UFC debut on fucking International Fight Week? This shit should be stacked, bro. I should be so hyped for this, but it's literally just the main event. And the co-main's pretty exciting too. Oh shit, I totally lost a fight, bro. Why did that not show up? Terrence McKinney versus Borshev. Fucking, I honestly don't know. I mean, I could see McKinney totally submitting this guy. Borshev has dog shit grappling. It has gotten a lot better as time's gone, which is good to see, but I've seen it at its worst, and it's rough.